Hey guys, how's it going? All right, welcome aboard. It is 9:52. We're getting started a little bit early this evening. Not very early, but a little bit early. We're going to get rolling right away with some Black Desert Online Remastered. Having a good time with the game so far. Been plugging away. I think we're level 32, and we're going to continue with the main quest tonight and spend a little bit of time cleaning up the inventory before we get started, and then jump right into the action, into the thick of things, as it were. I know I clicked start. There's Jylessa, and here's Kyressa. Go ahead and enter. Okay, so Saturday. Hope you're having a great Saturday. I had a pretty good one. Very relaxing, but I spent most of the time getting caught up on adulting stuff that I definitely needed to get caught up on. So, got all the finances done, which I've been putting off all my bills paid, and then spent this afternoon made a quick trip to the eye doctor just to make sure that my annual checkup for that. Look, here's all these people that don't have claim. There's our login. Looks like we got some rainbow gem fruit. Tomorrow we're going to get a deep hood blue fruit. More stuff that I don't know what it does. Okay. Alright, let's jump on over to full screen mode. There we are. Alright. So checking out our inventory, we are pretty full. Go find the storage guy. There's a general goods vendor. Storage guy's down here. We're in Heidel. Lots of people AFK fishing. I got a sudden yawn all of a sudden. Sorry about that.
If you have a lot of stuff, leave it with me.
Go with the currency exchange first. We need to turn up the volume here, kids. Thank you. And then do this and this so we don't hear it twice. Okay. Sell, sell, sell. Got 1 gold bar. 100,000. Sell all those. We got a family gold bar for 1 million. Sell that. There we are. 25 million. So we're up to 25 from 20 million. As people say, it is chump change.
Money
Okay,
comes and
storage.
goes. It's an ethereal thing.
I've got several things in my inventory. I'm not sure how best to get rid of them. Oh, warehouse. That's how. Max quantity. There we are. Inventory. Gloves. Leave the carrots in the food. Blackstone. What is this? Light up the area around you. Alright. Oh, that's my previous battle axe. Needs to be repaired. Then I can put that in the inventory. This need to be repaired? Nope. Nope. Go repair that axe and put it in the warehouse. Put it up for sale. PC's out. However, though, the stable guy can repair.
What do you want about?
What do you want about? Process stable, thank you. How many NPCs are in place right now?
You came to see me. I guess you're pretty good at sensing where the money is.
Northern Plain of Serindia, okay.
A merchant should enjoy large crowds. So what do you want from me?
Excuse me. We're gonna do the log out and log in to get our UI set up right. You're almost there. Please wait. We have discovered that logging out and logging in resets the UI to the proper aspect ratio, allowing some of these things to work the way they're supposed to.
The farther away a
Otherwise,
product is from,
they don't.
the more valuable it is.
There we go. Invested. I need that one. 5,000. So it's at 30%, right? Hold on to those. $1,500, $1,500, and 3,000. I still feel like they're not selling well enough. But what we'll need to do is we'll need to pick up more of these nodes. I never did get Orc Camp. Glish is where we want to travel from. Just a farm. And I have Western Guard Camp. Don't have Bridal's Den. Foggy Den. No guild is occupying. Guilds there. Altar ramp. Okay. Alright, now we can go back to this little daily quest here. Oh wait, first of all, let's collect some of our things. Thank you. Claim that. Mr. Anderson, how goes it this evening? We're just rummaging through our daily giveaways before getting started on some questing. So I saw you managed to get a little, not Black Desert, a little, Phantasy Star Online going. Processing streams, PSO2. Oh yeah, yeah. Fantasy Star Online 2. Here, hold on. I'm gonna jump on the Discord and get the lowdown. The lowdown on the hoedown from you on Phantasy Star Online 2. Right, the outfit. Oh, this one of the... Let's do it. Hello, hello?
I think this is working.
I do hear you. Do you hear me? Is the real question.
I do hear you, and I made sure to mute your stream before I So I don't get like 500 Dusties in my
5
ear.
versions of Dusty echoing within Dusty, echoing within Dusty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's never good. If you can see my stream, this is the mount that I bought. And in case you're not sure where your mount is, they do a really... they give you a good indication of which of the 47 mounts sitting around here is yours. And this is my mount right there.
That's pretty
You
nice.
probably
looking.
have a hard time seeing which one is mine.
I wouldn't be able to tell at all.
And
I mean, I
it's
think
also,
your Uber. It looks like your Uber just pulled up.
It does, doesn't it? Uber pulled up on my virtual map. It's also on my mini map as well, and I can also get a navigation line to it or call it directly as well. Okay,
That's handy.
so tell me about Phantasy Star Online. From last night, it sounded like it was a complete washout last night.
Look, last night was like every MMO beta ever. So
Sure.
just if
Yeah.
the only thing that was unexpected was the fact that their beta runs one day. So
Is that what it did? It literally ran one day.
yeah, it started last night. It ends tonight at midnight.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
so it's a little over a day, but pretty much
Sure.
just a day. And they launched and had some technical difficulties. So I spent
Right.
2 hours pushing my daughter. I was sitting on the couch with Lauren, and we're just pushing the button to get into a server, pushing the button to get into a server. And then we would get into the server, and it would take a minute or so to log us in, and then we would get to the screen where it's
Hello,
like
Gabe.
create new
How's it going?
character. And
Yep.
we'd create new character, and then it would kick us back out to the title.
So
Try to
it
get
was
into a
just,
server.
yeah, go a little
Yeah,
bit
twice
further.
we got into actually picking character options, and then it just booted us out. So I gave up and came and finished Fallen Order, and then at like, I don't know, 1, 2 in the morning, I'm like, let me just go see if it's up, because if it's still bad, I'm not going to worry about it at all today.
Yeah.
And so I did. I popped it up. It was on. I jumped in. Got the everything was rewired in the office to stream the Xbox instead of the Switch. So I was like, okay, let me sit down and I'll just play a little bit. An hour and a half later, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
And then I got up this morning and put the stream up, and I was like, I'm just going to stream for a couple hours. 4.5 hours later, I put that stream down, go get lunch, and then sat on the couch. And I'm like, I wonder what it looks like on the Xbone, because the Xbox One X is so much better than
Right.
the old ones that I have in here.
Oh yeah.
So I loaded up on the 4K TV, and I'm like, holy cow, it looks so much better. And I was like, use the character I made the night before when I was up late. This morning, I started the whole process over for the stream and made a new character, went through. But I would play with my other character, and I played for another 2 hours on there. And I'm like, holy crap, what is up with this stupid game? It's like, it's
Right.
just so 8 years. It's an 8-year-old game. So all of the design decisions are from 8
Yes.
years ago.
From 2014.
Yeah, and the entire game is a grind game. It's all it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
It's an old school. You get just like this game and every other MMO out there. You get daily quests, you get collections, you get go kill 50 of these things, go collect me 60 horns, go do whatever, and then you pick a mission, an actual like thing to go do, and it puts you down into from the lobby, which is like your hub town. It's like one room hub, and then you get teleported down to your ship, which is like your party lobby. So you go from having a lobby where it's like shared for a bunch of people on the server, and then you go down to one that's just like match made for you and your party. Of course, I'm at a party of 0.
Sure.
It's just me. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I jump into the teleporter pool, which puts me down to the field. And if you remember Phantasy Star Online 1, the fields are these locked levels, old school geography, canyon. You can't go anywhere but where the map tells you to go. And you run around, and when you get down there, it's like, as I'm teleporting down, it's like puts you with other people, because when you match make it's putting you into a field that's could have other people in it, and it's open unless you close everything down, which I wasn't going to. So, I say, hey, put me down where other people are, and it puts me down on the field where other people are, and I'm running around. There's no communication because I didn't have my headset on or anything. A couple of people used text emotes like to chat about things, and we run around and kill all sorts of stuff. And once I figured out how to lock on target, and I mean the controls are weird. They're a little old 2D feeling controls, but I got into it. Next thing I know, I'm like, man, this is really fun. Once I figured out how the one character, the spellcaster character played, I was playing, and then I switched over to my ranger, which uses like an assault rifle. But the whole thing has got so many cool systems where it's like you have different weapons, you can switch through them on the fly, and each weapon has different abilities mapped to like X, Y, and RB, you know, your shoulder button. And you can hold left trigger to swap to the back palette to get a different set of, you know, X, Y, and RBs.
Right. Yeah.
And
it's the old shift.
but you can have 6. You start with 3 weapon slots, and you very, very quickly in the beta were able to just go do one, talk to one person. They unlock 3 more weapon slots. And they've got, you know, I basically ran around this field just with people killing stuff and little pop-up events. It's almost like Guild Wars 2, where there's just like events happening all over the place.
Right.
So we're just running from area to area, and we're just killing things. And eventually you're like, okay, I'm bored. I want to leave. So you go to the final area. And the final area is for a single party only. So at one point, a guy, my party was open, and a guy joined my party, was with me. And he was like, hey, you can come? We're going to the final area. And I'm like, okay, sure. You know, I just waved hello and followed him over there. But when you go to the final area, you fight like the field boss for that area. And if you're solo, you just go fight it solo. And if you're with a group, you fight it with a group. And I'm on each field area has different difficulty levels. I was so low, I could only do the earliest difficulty. But it's like super old school 3D Diablo.
Yep.
And something about it, the character styles feel almost like a combination of, what was that game? You played that anime RF Online? Is that what it's
RF
called?
Online, sure. I played a game called RF Online.
Okay, I think some of the art style kind of reminds me of that. You know, it's Phantasy Star art style, but you know, the armor goes from being basic. I like, even on my stream, called out as I was flipping through this starting armor set, like starting default character looks. I'm like, and here's the Dusty Monk special where they're wearing more skin than clothes.
Yes.
But the character customization is crazy. I mean, for that level of game for 8 years ago, the amount of options they offer you. And then when I got into the game itself and started doing more of the tutorials, it almost sounds like you have your base class that you start as, but you can unlock other skill trees and put points into all the other classes. So there's not much reason. It's just like, what kind of character do you want to play that day? I mean, there's so much investment. It's a grind game, and it's free to play. So I'm sure leveling up one class and then, hey, I want to switch to another is not like a trivial matter. You're giving up a lot in order to switch. But it was fun. I couldn't believe how much time went by just running around shooting things and dodging. And again, I kept having to remind myself, this is not a game from 2020. This is a game from 2012. So these mechanics that I'm thinking, man, this is so awkward, is like, but in 2012, the fact that this game had, like, it was an action 3D quasi MMO on the consoles, and of course it on my Xbox One S, it probably looks and plays better than it did when it first launched. But on the X, it looks really good. They've up-resed everything to 4K, and I was impressed. Again, I was like, if it comes out for PC, I think that's the way to play it, because it's easier to stream. You have text inputs, even all the prompts and stuff had things for like mouse and keyboard inputs visible on it, where you're like, oh, why is there an X on this window? I mean, if it's a console game, you don't need an X on the window, right? But it was fine. So I think when it comes out, if it is free to play, I think it's worth you dusting off the Xbox for and giving it a whirl. And if it definitely is coming out on, Pete says it sounds like it's going to come to PC, and if it does, then I think it'd be great for like a weekend or a week, something. I wouldn't ask anybody to invest any real money in an 8-year-old game. So.
Well, I definitely want to check it out. I remember hearing that it was a closed beta, so I didn't even boot up the Xbox. I did send you a tweet a little while ago, like, "Hey, is this thing going to last more than a day or so?" Because I seem to recall.
Yeah, I replied.
It's only going to be a day or two. Yeah, and that there was going to be an open beta followed not too long after that, supposedly. And I'm like, it's Fantasy Star Online. It'd be interesting to check out. But I was thinking the same thing you're thinking. I'm thinking also, well, it's an 8-year-old game, and I'm already playing a 6-year-old game right now. That gets ported over. It's been redone and remastered and localized. So,
Yeah, I would not. There is something there, and I think as a developer, I wanted to play it back and tried back in 2012 and 13, tried to find ways to play it on the Japanese servers just so I could experience it, because at the time it was, moderately, it was fairly successful and it looked like it was going to come over here, but I wouldn't go out of my way.
right.
But I wrapped up Fallen Order last night, and man, I remember when that first couple weeks after that game launched, people talking about how hard it was and the
I
difficulty
remember
and
that too.
stuff, and it was not. So I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, maybe it's because I've been playing harder games and forcing myself to do things that are more difficult. But
Sure.
I think I think one boss that I fought required me to retry it like 5 times, and that was, in Dark Souls, that's like an easy boss for me. So if you only have to retry 5 times. But yeah, it was okay. I think if that game goes down to like, I got it for $40, and I think it was totally worth my $40. The handful of lore moments in it, as I'd like to call them, the more traversal and story moments, were okay.
Yeah, they can.
It didn't really feel like a Star Wars game in a lot of ways. That's what was kind of depressing. I mean, I've got lightsabers and I'm jumping around and I'm fighting stormtroopers and all of that, but it definitely was a third-person adventure game, action adventure game,
right.
and not an RPG by any means. So
Yeah, look at you can definitely hook up a PS2 or a USB mouse, or I'm sorry, a keyboard to the Xbox. I don't know if it'll allow you to use the mouse as a controller in the Xbox. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't recall anyone actually doing that, but I do know that you can use a keyboard with the Xbox.
yeah, you probably can, but I mean, that's not just because you can doesn't mean you develop for it.
Yeah,
You develop for
exactly. But the game has been developed for it. Yeah. So you played the Fallen Order on the PC though, right? You bought it on the
Yes.
PC.
Yeah,
And did you
I
play
played
it
on
with
the
mouse and
PC.
keyboard
No, gosh, no. Played it with the controller.
with the controller? Yeah.
Yeah. That game is a controller game, in my opinion. Like those kind of games that are, I don't know, just I would not want to try to. I guess I should have tried before. I mean, I finished the game. I was at 86% completion, shut the game down, and then I stared at it in the Origin launcher, and I went, I'm not coming back to this. Installed it. So it's not like Dark Souls 3 where I, every couple months I'm going to go back and replay or try it
Replay
again. Yeah, it's more like it wasn't as like if I wanted to play a third-person action adventure game again, I would go pick up Last of Us or Uncharted or one of those games that it was fine as a single playthrough. It just left me going, I don't see how this could have ended the way it did, but okay. But it was fun, and it just felt like a controller game.
From what I saw of it, what I saw of people playing it, and the game footage that I saw, it really felt. I'm going to sneeze here. Hold on. Or not. Sorry.
Street sneeze.
Yep, exactly. It really kind of seemed like the kind of game I'm like, well, it looks like it might be fun, but it didn't really feel or look like a Star Warsy game to me either. Although I get that it is.
Yeah, it's so weird. A game that has all of the sounds, like sound effects. It has a great little robot who's the best character in the game. It has, lightsaber. It has you jumping around and doing stuff, and I felt cool at the end of the game. I felt like last act of the game when you've pretty much fully powered up. I felt awesome. It was great, but it had some really cool moments. Overall, I mean, it was a solid 85. It was fine. I'm glad I played it.
Sure.
But now I'm sitting here trying to decide what I'm going to play next.
Right?
No, I'm still working my way through Fire Emblem, but I don't want to play Fire Emblem every night. So
Well, I'm on level 32 now with Black Desert Online, and I've got starting to get a pretty good handle on the game. I waxed on this a little bit last night, but I've come to discover in playing the game that at first I thought it kind of felt and played a lot like Blade and Soul, but that was really more the art style and the combat style than anything else. The game that this game is most like, and absolute most like, is Guild Wars 2. In fact, it's actually really similar to Guild Wars 2 in a number of ways. I did a world boss the other day, and the world bosses are just the exact same way that Guild Wars 2 world bosses work. They're on timers. You can go to a website. You can see when the bosses come up and down. You go to the boss location. 47 or 50 other people will show up. Everyone wails on the boss until his hit points are dead. You might get a very cool item, or you'll most likely get a small token and some gold. And then you'll do it again, later on. And you can go at any level as long as you are careful. But you can die, and if you die, you respawn. You'll respawn, a good ways away from the boss and have to run back. Pretty much exactly like every world boss you've ever played. But then the main part of the game, in fact, it's really most like Guild Wars 2, except that there's more to do. It's a little more, even more sandboxy and more, open world PvE-ish than even Guild Wars 2 is. There are no instances, there are no dungeons, there are no raids per se. There's no real strong character archetypes. There's 19 classes, and all the classes have different characteristics, and some of them have more tankish than others, and kind of like Guardian in Guild Wars 2, and some of them are more support oriented and more DPS oriented, but all of them are fairly self-sufficient and can take on different roles within a group. Now, I haven't done any group content, and I've been playing the game for all of 5 days, and Logaze, who's played the game religiously, is probably laughing at my encapsulation. But it really, for me anyway, it feels a lot like you run around the world, you do things with other people. If you see stuff going on, these occasional world boss events come up, and then when you get to max level, there's the World v World stuff, which in this game they call them the Node Wars, and those again are entirely voluntary. You go into the area and you commit, you participate in very large scale, massive PvP battles against other players. And then you attempt to, whoever wins those battles gains, the guilds that participate in the winning side gain control of particular resource nodes throughout the week and collect resources from those nodes. So and then they place a lot more emphasis in this game on what they call life skills, which is essentially just crafting. And you can do things like earn money by setting up trade routes and monitoring trade back and forth. You can earn money by building your force of workers. You can buy houses all over the property and transfer goods back and forth between your properties. You can farm, you can craft, you can sell. The auction house is very robust. You can place buy orders, you can place sell orders. You can access the auction house from anywhere, including the UI, your help UI. You have a special warehouse that is your wallet for the auction house, and you put money in the wallet for the warehouse, and you put goods in the warehouse, and then that's how you buy and sell things. As stuff goes in the warehouse, and the stuff that you buy comes back into your warehouse, and the stuff that you sell goes into the warehouse before it goes on the auction house. And you can leave things up on the auction house indefinitely if you want. But so in all those ways, the sort of the juxtaposition, it feels very much like an open world, sandboxy PvE. None of the content that I've come across at my level has been the slightest bit difficult. In fact, that's probably my single thing that's going to maybe pull me away from the game before I get all the way through it. It's just even the combat is for the most part trivial. Now I could probably push on into areas that are above my level if I wanted more challenging content, but just in questing and moving through the world, I've been doing just fine. Kind of like you and I did all the way up until level 18 when we were doing, we played for one after.
Yeah, I felt like the storytelling presentation, and in both times I've gone in to play the game, I felt like that was the place where it was just lacking. Like the world feels really pretty and really like robust looking, but then when their storytelling kicks in, like their questing, it feels like a 10-year-old game. It's like Blackboard popping up in front of you, talking to you. You go talk to somebody, and it's just like blah 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 blah. Go kill this thing, and I'm like, no, you haven't really pushed that part of it. You pushed the genre forward in the sandbox stuff,
Yep.
but their storytelling was clearly more of a, this is our tutorial on how to do all the other stuff.
Yeah. Well, and I'm following.
the world
you know,
is
and
so pretty.
I'm getting so. Yeah, the world is gorgeous. The people are gorgeous. The horse, the barding, like on my horse, is fantastic. The resolution, the displacement maps and the specular, and the shaders that they're using all look really good. And the story, it's not nearly as good as or as robust as for instance Final Fantasy 14, but I think it's probably better presentation than most of WoW's story presentation, or at least about on the same par with. And that you've got some cinematic, occasional cinematic that goes on, but for the most part it's just quest text given to you with a little bit of VO.
Yeah, I mean, in that way it probably is,
Yeah.
but the presentation of, even as bad as Blizzard's worst story presentation and cinematics that they've done in WoW, I feel we're better than any of the cinematics or story presentation here. Unlike Blade and Soul, which I thought, oddly enough, for that crazy hack and slash game, had amazing presentation of their story. Right?
They did really good really good cinematics and really good presentation of their story.
Now the individual quests are all still
or just as pedantic
quest panels and
Yes,
people talking or whatever, but
yeah.
in the level of story detail, I guess, like some of the story arcs in WoW are both funny, irreverent, emotional in some places, right? And we kind of laugh at them now probably, but when some of those first stories after Cataclysm, even before Cataclysm, there were a couple of, I don't know, it felt good. These all felt fairly generic. Now Final Fantasy is probably and it's specifically that Shadowbringers was at the top of MMO storytelling game, but
speaking of, did you see my link that I sent you?
I did. I replied.
Did you watch the trailer?
That.
Yeah.
They're good at hype.
They are
good at hype.
they really are.
It made me. I thought about it, but then I just thought about what the game actually is, and I was like, man, I can't bring myself. I'm not ready to get into.
Not ready to dive back into doing daily dungeons again.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I really am not. I'm really not.
Got you.
There's just so many. Not playing an MMO for the last 4 months or 5 months has been. I've knocked out like 4 other games.
I know you have. It's been liberating, absolutely. I almost got convinced me to buy a Switch just to play Fire Emblem Online, because that game looks really fun.
Fire Emblem is really
Fire Emblem Three Houses, I should say. I'm just now putting online at the back of every game title from now on.
That's fine. Yeah, it is a good. It's so funny because the strategy portion of the game, the way I play the game, I've always been way ahead, except for the first few battles. I've been ahead, like in power to the enemies I'm fighting, and then I spend 2 hours just running around talking to people and let's go. Who am I going to have tea time with, and who's more motivation do I need to increase, and what's going on with the story? And it's fine. It's a perfectly great little game, and apparently it's got 3 different paths, and then it's got New Game Plus, and I haven't even gotten into the whole thing, but again, I was thinking today I almost installed SOTOR.
Oh yeah. Well, did you get the Lotro hype buzz at all from Pete and who's it's playing Lotro?
What are they doing? That in Star Trek Online?
Yes.
Come on.
I'm not the slightest bit interested.
Also 10-year-old games.
I know, exactly. I did think maybe I should, because I'm rereading Fellowship of the Ring right now, so maybe I should go play go play a little.
Lotro was great. But we played it 2 years ago was when we went back and played. Was it? I think 2 years ago, and started new characters again and played up.
Yes,
and it's fine. But it's another one of those things where we got to level 40 again, 30 something again, and hit that same spot. We got a little farther than I had gotten before, but not as far as I think your highest character's ever been. But it just feels like I just don't want to play that kind of game again. SOTOR got me because there's still some of the class stories that I have not seen.
Right.
Probably more that I haven't seen all of, because I've only seen.
Did you ever play Imperial
2?
Agent?
I did start an Imperial Agent, but I never finished one. I think I went through the storyline with my smuggler and with my. I had a Jedi counselor. I think that's what Quinn was a counselor. So I think I've done it with. I think I did it over, and I had a trooper. Is it a trooper? Not a trooper. I think I did have a trooper, but I had a.
Yeah, the Jedi Counselor
Bounty
is what you
hunter?
played when you and I were playing. When I was playing the Sentinel, you were playing the Counselor. We were
Yeah.
both Jedi.
Yeah, and I played the counselor, but then I played one of the big. His name was Flint. It was the name of my character, and
Yep.
it was like I think a trooper.
Yep.
And I didn't finish that storyline. I got we stopped playing, but I was thinking about it after Fallen Order last night. I'm like, I really want to play a game where like there's story with Star Wars, but I don't necessarily need to be a Jedi. So I was like, because I was thinking about replaying Knights of the Old Republic, because now with mods and stuff, you can play it at higher res and widescreen and stuff. And it's like, man, Knights of the Old Republic was really good. I remember that, but then I was like, do I really want to play a 15-year-old game?
COH Carnage was just streaming that game not too long ago.
Yeah, I watched him play some of it, and I was like, this game it still kind of holds up. It's the BioWare game process, that they presented back there, classic BioWare works. So I thought about it, but then I was like, I bet if I really want to play Knights of the Old Republic 3, and I was like, wait, that is SOTOR, so I probably should just play SOTOR. But it's like if I load that thing up, it could be like I can probably set my watch to how long it's going to be before you're loading in. So
yeah, no doubt.
Then I'm going to be stuck in an MMO for 6 months.
Hey, Loge, do you know what node I need to get to actually unlock Baragi Den? It keeps telling me I need the previous node, but I can't see on the map which node is the previous node. I have invested in Northwestern Gateway already, and I just invested in Lynch Farm Ruins, thinking it might be one of those two. If you're still hanging out, or anybody that's hanging out and watching my stream, if you guys know which node that I need to get to, is it one of these ones up here? Because I don't have all those. I do have.
Yeah, that one.
So it looks like Baragi Den. I want to get Baragi Den because I have coins from Baragi Den, and I want to be able to make sure I can sell them at the maximum value. But I need to put a couple of points here, and probably at the Orc camp, but I can't tell which node is telling me that I need to. It says I need to invest in the previous node, but that's all it says. I wonder if it's maybe Ancient Stone Chamber connects over there.
Well, yeah, it's kind of weird that they don't show you. They show you after you've connected them, but not like dotted lines to give you the guide to which one you should. Northern Plains.
Lynch Farm and the Den. Here's Lynch Farm and the Den.
So probably not far from the field boss in the gray there.
Maybe he's underneath the field boss. Or maybe it's over here. Maybe I just haven't uncovered it because it's in this map area over here. It's Fog of War. Hey, Hatras, how's it going? Thanks for coming by. All right, well, we'll head in that direction. We're going to go kill these imps, do this little side quest. You'll be shown the previous node. Can I do it from here?
Oh, if you
I
talk
have
to
do
him.
Previous node. Hey, I should click on fucking previous node where it says a giant previous node button. So it's right under. It's right there. It's right beside that field boss.
Click on the giant button.
The button that says previous node. That would have been useful.
Wait, click on that again.
Okay.
Go back and click on it.
Hold on, bring it back up. So yeah. So here's the node. It's like the previous.
Okay,
node,
it does
and
look
I'm
like a button. Never mind.
No, it did.
I was gonna
just
say, did it
dumb.
even look like a button?
Yeah, it's like maybe I could click on that. Well, now it's showing a different node. Now it's showing that.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if
Well-
there's okay, that's where
There's probably multiples that can link to it.
it may be.
Like if you got any of those, it would lead to that.
All right, well, we'll head over in that direction. I'm going to see if we can get that node and then get that node. We're going to do these two little imp quests right now. Kill these altar imps. I think they're like level 16 to 18. Yeah, we're going to do this for the for the goods. We don't even need to do this, really. We're here now. Help warm us up.
So I don't know if you saw the best bot that I could find for Discord that did the announcing streams across multiple different platforms. The guy was doing a big upgrade at the beginning of last weekend before,
Okay, yep,
or the
yep.
before last. And he gave everybody a big heads up, said there might be some issues. He's changing the platform completely and trying to get way better. And apparently, I was working all week, and then when I got home on that last Friday night or Saturday morning, and find out that apparently the internet totally harassed the guy.
Oh, really?
And he just sadly just had a panic attack, freaked out, got frustrated, and was like, fine, look, I'm shutting it down, because he was all broken, and it was like he wasn't worth him stressing out over for something he was doing for free, for fun.
For free, yeah, right.
And he just, and I was upset with the internet. And so I was tried to go out and promote him and try to get some, and he DM'd me back and thanked me for comments, and a bunch of people sent him appreciative comments.
Good.
And so this week, I wasn't paying attention all week, just working and then coming home and just streaming, and saw that last night, that he, I guess him and maybe his wife or something, they've worked together to, he set up a Patreon, and for $1 a month, we can get access to CouchBot for one server for up to 5 creators per platform. And so since we only have me, you, and maybe I was having Lloyd on the announced list, so it's I could probably give him $1 a month to get something up. So he's going to bring the server up at a smaller amount, and then it's hey, by putting any amount of money in front of somebody, it's amazing how quickly the jerks don't show up.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
People were already in his free, the one channel he has left open on his Discord. There were already people I can't believe you're going to charge people for this. And it's
I know
it's only $1, but I can't afford. And it's look, if you can't afford $1 a month for a tool, then you probably can't afford to be even playing video games. So,
exactly. If you want to use the tool, exactly.
Yeah, so I have never done a Patreon before, so tomorrow I'm probably gonna go sign up there, give him $1, start the process to get my server whitelisted. Because I liked the tool, and I also like supporting people who are
trying to do
good work. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's it's $1. He has $5 for $5 a month. If there were some people that were using it, that are managers of multiple Discords,
right, and
have lots of creators, and he's so at the $5 a month level, it was unlimited servers and unlimited whatever, I don't know how many it was. It was pretty big, and I was well, I think we only need the $1 a month.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But that's the reason why our announce thing has been down for 2 weeks, because
that makes sense.
I knew it was going to go down for a few days while he was updating it. And then when I went to check in on it to reset it up, he even said, you'll probably have to reset some stuff up. I was no big deal. I can do that. But when I found out that he just got basically people who were not paying for anything were and he clearly is the type of person who cares about trying to put out something good, and was just frustrated. So, you just slaughtered those guys, by the way.
You get so much. Yeah, these guys are below my level. Looking for my turn in for this. There it is. Go drop this off real quick, and then we're gonna head out and pick up those notes. So Heidel to Lynch Farm to Northern Plains to Broggy Den is the shortest part. All right, Loge, let's go take a look. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, so Loge said, hey, there's a boss fight going on, just close to where you are. You should go check it out. It comes up in 30 minutes. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'll go do that. So I get over to where it is, or I think it is, and he's still chatting. He's like, hey, yeah, it's not, and he goes, you probably want to leave your horse up top. And there's this big, wide circular pavilion. And I'm thinking that's where the boss is going to be, because it's very much like it would be in WoW. The boss springs up out of the big circular pavilion. He's like, no, it's down inside. So, I leave my horse outside and I go running down inside, and there are two mobs just outside the door leading down inside. And so I'm like,
Okay.
oh, so there's like a little dungeon down here, and it's just like old Dark Age of Camelot dungeon. It's not instance at all. It's just an area down underneath the world that has a lot of mobs in it. So I'm like, okay, but they've got purple names. And one of the things you remember how this game works, that until you gain knowledge of a creature, you don't see how big its hit point bar is, or how much damage you're doing, if you're even doing damage. So these purple named bosses, so I go lay it into them, like, okay, well, I'm just going to fight my way down. I'm going to lay it into them, and I'm just not scratching them. And they're like, rah, rah, rah. And finally, one of them hits me. And when he hits me, he takes all but 10% of my health. He knocks me down like 90%.
One shot protection kicked in.
Exactly. And I'm like, ah! So I ran, back out, and everything has short leash distances pretty much here. So I was able to get away. But that was literally just the two guards, standing guard at the entrance to the dungeon. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that might be a problem. So I, went back on my horse. I'm like, maybe I can just run down to where the boss is. We're going to try it. So I dashed down between all, and they're all like, as you're making your way through them. But I was able to get down, and then sure enough, down at the bottom, there was, people already gathering for the boss mob. And, 3 or 4 of them, and they're all high level, so they're just killing all the guys around us. I'm like, okay, sweet, I got this. So, yeah, and then, like, the next night, that boss spawned very close to the same time. So I'm like, I'm going to go do it again. And I had seen people running their horse down there and back. And the way mounts work in this game is that your horse is a permanent part of the world. Like, you can stable him, but once you pull him out of the stables, he's around in the world. You can get on him, you can ride him, you can get off of him, but you have to take care of him when you're off of him, because if you get off of him where there are monsters around, they will come over and eat him. And then and you'll receive notification. Your horse is taking damage. Your horse is taking damage. And if your horse dies, then you have to go back to the stable and pay pretty high fee. Like my horse died inside about this thing, like 3,000 silver to get your horse back out of, to resurrect your horse from the stable. So I thought, oh, I'm going to ride my horse down there, and so I rode my horse down there, but I forgot that I changed several creatures onto my horse as I was running down there. So I got off my horse because the boss fight was almost over, so I wanted to get in a couple of hits before the boss fight was over. So I jumped off my horse, and I turned around while I'm fighting the boss, and there's poor Kontiki just getting mauled by,
Oh no!
by the 3 creatures, the 3
You can't
cultists.
hit.
That she died like really short because they're high levels. So they killed her pretty instantly. I'm like, huh, okay, well, I guess I won't ride my horse down here until she gets much higher level. But
Oh man!
But it's just such indicative of the layers upon layers. Not only is, training now, and by the way, they have mounted combat, so you train your horse up by riding it around, and in training your horse, it gains combat skills, and then you can breed horses to create higher tier horses. So my horse, the basic horse I bought, is a tier 1. She's now a tier 1 level 9 horse, but I could breed her using horse breeding to create a level 2 horse, or I could purchase already bred tier 2, tier 3, all the way up to tier 9 horses, which have massive hit points, a wide variety of combat abilities, and become, a whole nother type of combat in the game. So, there's a crafting mechanic, there's a buying and selling mechanic, there's a trading mechanic, and there's a leveling mechanic, all around just mounts. And they only have like 3 mounts. There's like camels, donkeys, elephants, and horses. In fact, I also bought a donkey, and I rode I don't know if you saw me riding the donkey back and forth as one of the first trade routes.
No, when I was watching you do trade stuff, you were playing Death Stranding, hauling it yourself.
Oh, I even played more Death Stranding last night. I played this stupid mini game quest where you have to pick up a wheelbarrow and you have to wheel the wheelbarrow from point A down the road to point B. And you literally, once you pick up the wheelbarrow, you're moving at a snail's pace with the wheelbarrow in front of you. And it puts a little mini game in front of you where you have to tap left to balance the wheelbarrow left and tap right to balance the wheelbarrow right. And of course, it's constantly shifting, so you're constantly having to counterbalance. And I swear I had more problems keeping that damn thing balanced than I do real wheelbarrows that I've, pushed around in my life. And you had to go for like, a quarter mile down the road, wheeling this wheelbarrow, tapping left, tapping right. And I'm like, okay, this is really Death Stranding because I'm literally playing the mouse here to keep myself from falling over with this wheelbarrow.
Well, I should probably go do something, but I
All
want to
right.
leave with one more note. I'm going to see if your mixer will even let me do this. So let's
Here we
see.
go. Oh yeah.
So right there, anybody in your channel who is interested in RPGs at all, the guys who made Pathfinder Kingmaker put up their Kickstarter this week for their
Nice.
next game, and I don't necessarily. I mean, I was going to tell you you should go for the 30. I think it's the which one is it? They have a tier for like $43. That's like uh backing this new Wrath of the Righteous, but you also get a copy of Pathfinder Kingmaker Enhanced Edition or whatever.
Oh,
So
nice.
if you haven't played it, that's a good way to get in and back them for their new game. But also, even if you're not going to back them at all, which I would love for people to do to help unlock things, they have some on their Kickstarter page. They're really looking for people to sign up on their YouTube and their Instagram and their Twitter and their Discord and their Facebook and Twitch. And what we really need is YouTube and Instagram followers and Twitch followers for Owlcat Games. So they've got links on that Kickstarter page because
Nice.
they're doing like social goals where people following them, they unlock some things, and I really want the community to hit the top tier one, which unlocks a romance option for.
Ooh.
It's like that'd be awesome. So I have never I've kickstarted a couple of things in my time, but mostly board games or card games. And
Right,
as far as this is, I have not put in as much time into a game in a single player RPG as I put into Pathfinder this year in a long time. And I think it's totally worth it. They've already met their goal. I mean, they long met their initial goal. Right now, we're just looking for stretch goals and social unlocks. So
Cool. Did you put some money into it?
I am going to put some money into it. I have not yet. I'm trying to decide how much money I want to put into. Right now, I'm looking at the $99 tier for early access, and because not because I think the game is worth $99, but because I think promoting this kind of development is worth $99.
Sure.
I did think it's funny. Let me see if it's still available. They have one tier option, which was their highest tier option. I think is now gone. Yep, somebody backed it. The highest tier option was for $10,000.
Whoa.
And that got you the what did it say? It was you get to collaborate with the development team to create a name for a boss in the game, and one of the player characters' portraits will resemble your face, and you will be invited to the party at in Moscow with Owlcat Games. So I can't see myself ever spending that much money.
To go to Moscow?
Yeah, because I can name a boss in Borderlands. Like literally, I just named like
Exactly.
I've named a lot of the enemies in Borderlands.
Yep.
I have worked with on AAA games that have gone millions of fans have played, so I don't necessarily need to do that.
To do that level of
But
exactly.
I'm shocked somebody actually did it. But I was thinking about getting one of the tiers that comes with a whole bunch of the pen and paper RPG books. And there's one that comes with like 2 copies of the game, a digital copy and a physical copy with like the physical collector's edition and stuff. But most likely the $99 tier is enough for me to say both I support you and I support you in a way that lets me get in beta access and maybe help with providing some feedback there, because I was shocked at how much fun I had playing that game, and because and you just don't see developer companies between them and Larian doing Divinity Original Sin and now Baldur's Gate 3.
Yep.
And they've been around for years doing games. And then the guys over like Obsidian, and then who are the Pillars of Eternity guys? That group. Can't remember the name of their studio, but
yeah.
no, wait, that's the Pillars of Eternity is Obsidian. They I can't remember the other company though. There's another company out there, but between Obsidian, Larian, and Owlcat, I mean, there might be 3 other companies doing big single-player RPGs in this classic, CRPG style. So I figure I support them, and they're up to their original goal was 300K, which is, as you can guess, I can't imagine that being ever enough to make a game. So they must
amount to make a decent game. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it must be more like, hey, we're proving our worth to an investor somewhere.
Right.
But they're up to 785,000 now. So
awesome.
Yeah, good for them. Also, it just looks great. Their art, I mean, the Pathfinder art and the video game art was well done. So what are you going to be playing after this then?
Well, it's quite likely I'll still have some time. So my goal here, I'm level 32. I'm going to get to at least, I'd like to stay with the game to get to level 56. That's where you crest the thing on Awakening, and I actually get there's an event going on for the Guardians, and it's a Guardian Awakening event, and that's what I rolled here as the Guardian class. And if I these guys bandits, yeah, these guys are bandits. Let's go over here, park our horse over here. Then I just get a nice collection of cool stuff if I get to 56 over by the end of the month. So it's quite likely going to be Final Fantasy 14. I love that MSQ stuff, and it looks like this particular patch is going to push the MSQ really hard. It's going to hit the MSQ in a number of ways, and
that might be the one where I go back. Yeah.
Just seeing all those, seeing Ishtola and seeing Sid back and seeing all those pieces right there.
Seeing Sid looking like he's not doing so well.
I know, exactly. Coughing up blood. So yeah, unless something else comes along, unless another single player game tickles my fancy more so. I did think about doing a Last of Us, replay in preparation for Last of Us 2, but I'm not sure I'm going to do that. And I really, like I said, I'm kind of missing Final Fantasy 14 a little bit. And so once I get through level 56 here, I've had my fill of all this.
Yeah, Last of Us. I keep forgetting. I need to go see when Last of Us 2 is slated to come out.
I think it's in May, because originally I was worried because originally. What was it? Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be in April, and then Last of Us 2 is going to be in May, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to be able.
That's not enough time.
That's not enough time, so I'm probably not going to be able to play Last of Us 2 when it launches. But now that Cyberpunk 2077 has been delayed, I think I probably can play.
Yeah, Doom is coming out in March, I think, March or April. So I'll be playing that. Yeah. Yeah. Last of Us 2 sounds like doing a Last of Us remaster playthrough might not be such a bad idea, because we're not using the PlayStation at all, so I can bring it into my office and stream from it. So, I'm just trying to think of what to play next. And
right.
My thoughts have all been like, I really want to go replay some older first-person shooters that I haven't. Like BioShock. It's been a long time since I played BioShock, and I could probably play that again. Wow, that was a cool ability.
That's my
all those guys in.
Bloodsucker. Yeah, I pull them all in. She is an AoE queen. We do a little gathering up of the peoples.
That's great. Yeah, if my computer could stream the new Monster Hunter stuff, then that's what I would just be playing every night. But
yeah, no doubt, right?
I don't really feel like if I'm not gonna play something I can't stream really.
Well, 33.
So. Ooh, wow, you just ran up to that guy and batted him.
Kicked him too, just for good measure. I wish that that uppercut ability had a higher lift off, so it would actually pick them up, but they're all slave for animations. They don't actually do any real physics. And the animations are impressive, but it's not like good old
yeah, you really wanted to pop them up.
Yeah, like this here. All right. Oh, is it upstairs here? Must be upstairs to get to.
So what? Wait, why is you're following a blue glowy light? Where did that come from?
You can you know how they have the directional arrows. You can choose one of 3 different ways to make those. You can do it. You can make it the fairy, which is like the wisp that I'm following, or you can just make it the straight up line, or you can make it the marching ants arrows. And I just use the wisp. Now, why did it take me here? You're not the node manager for Bragi Den, unless you're inside.
He's up top.
Why would he be up there, and how the hell would I get up there? Hello.
It's hammer time. Every time I watch you play this, I want to go play and go finish Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That's probably what I should be. No, it's not there. Something's wrong with your waypoint there.
Yeah, that's not it. Although I can climb up here. They do have a jumping puzzle aspect to this game, believe it or not. Even though as poor as their physics are. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Look, you needed to bring that challenge menu up.
This is
Full
not
stop.
the way that I wanted to bring that up.
There he is. Look, he's up there.
Yeah, the node manager is up here. He's waving a torch. There he is, guys. Hello. You really got past all those bandits. You must be... Yes, I'm incredibly strong.
This is where I barely escaped to after being held captive.
Yeah, that's so weird. Like the way the animations
that's
work,
pretty
like
much contribution.
doesn't feel like a good jumping puzzle style
Parkour,
game,
parkour
and
is
yet
right.
they still have to have.
Logan asks... Oh, yeah, you see the chat.
Yeah, I see it. I played a tiny bit of Awakenings on the 3DS, but enough to know. And then every night I play 1 or 2 battles on my phone on Fire Emblem Heroes. But Three Houses is the first game I've actually spent any real time in. Yeah, I guess I should go rewire my stuff if I'm gonna play again.
Now this one, yeah, that little backhanded sweep, I love that animation. It does a little slow motion spin just before she hits him. I like the camera movement.
Yeah, it's a good animation. Like the game looks great. I mean, it looked great when they launched it. It looks even better now. So
that's the one you really want to listen to. All right, Bandit Red Captain, you are dead. Throw axe.
oh gosh, that guy should have exploded.
Alright. On back out of here. Hope our horse is still alive down there.
Need to leave your horse a weapon.
I do.
Okay, I
There she
processed.
is. Kontiki! You're safe! Yay! Alright.
1, 2, 3. I only have 3 more videos to get processed. Yeah, in order for me to make sure my videos get saved on Twitch, I have to turn them into highlights. And
Well,
so-
what I've been doing is
and then I export them to
Mixer's
YouTube.
download server is actually really fast. So pulling them off of Mixer takes about maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds to get like a 2-hour, 3-hour video pulled down. Now it takes much longer to upload it to YouTube. But I've been doing what you did a long time ago now, is because Mixer just takes everything away. And a number of people, by number of people I mean Pete, were complaining that that you couldn't, it wasn't always clear what video was playing on Mixer and you couldn't get to them. And of course you lose them after 2 weeks. So I've just been putting them all up on YouTube in playlists. So I've got my whole Division 2 stuff in a playlist now, and I've got a couple of episodes of Black Desert Online up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys, anybody's hanging out and watching, my stream bot will spam the YouTube channel periodically, and I please invite you to go by and check out if you want to see any previous streams. I don't expect anyone to watch old videos for more than a few seconds, but if there's anything you want to go see.
Yeah, I still do that. I mean, I convert everything to highlights on YouTube, on Twitch, and then I export them to on games that I'm going to do full playthroughs of, and I export everything up to YouTube and playlists. So like I have almost all 200 hours of my Pathfinder play, you know, like, and then I've only got to do a couple more tonight. I'm not going to bother exporting, but I'll get my whole 18 hours of Fallen Order up there. And it's just easier to compile them and watch in like groups on YouTube than it is on Twitch. And Mixer is just awful as far as their handling of
their video
past
handling
streams.
is terrible. You can't get any clips at all. Look how good that barding looks on this horse. Though.
It looks great, man.
Their animation is not all that great, but my character is bigger than the average human, so that's why I think it puts her considered a little bit higher in the seated position. But yeah, the specular, the detail work on this barding is just phenomenal.
Yeah, it looks great.
Knock, knock. Hello.
Hey.
Hey, Laconia, how's it going? Great to see you.
Not bad. Dishes are soaking.
Oh, I was adulting all day as well. I'll have you know, I spent while Mr. Anderson was fruiting away the hours on Phantasy Star Online, I was updating my finances for 2 months, for January and February, and I began the process of entering some 32 pages of passwords from my poor Word files into KeePass, which is a basically a password database. It keeps the databases, keeps the keywords on your local machine, but encrypts them and provides a really nice repository for all of them, and will auto-generate passwords for you if you want. So I began setting that up. So yeah, I was adulting all day today. Way too much time on the computer, not playing games.
I saw that 32 pages. I saw that when you posted Twitter. Oh my.
Yeah, mine are all in a multi-tabbed massive spreadsheet.
Yeah. I started off in a Word file, and then it just kind of kept growing. And then by the time I realized it's like the Blob. By the time it got so big for me to deal with, it was too big for me to deal with. I didn't want to. I started to convert to a spreadsheet a couple of months ago, and I think I lasted one afternoon. So, but I'm going to try to get all this. So my stupid Netflix account got hacked, and not only did they hack it, they changed the password, they changed the email address, and then the real travesty, they deleted all my profiles and set up new profiles for themselves.
Jeez.
I know. It was literally like five profiles, like Angie, Chi-Chi, Jack. I mean, they were just like, people's names. And the only reason
how the heck did your Netflix account get hacked? Like,
I know how it got hacked because a certain sibling or a certain child of mine shared the account information with her roommates so that they could all watch Netflix on their dorm channel, and from thence, I think the account did spreadeth, and so all those passwords have been changed now and everything else. But yeah, there was somebody in Germany that got the account.
Oh my God.
The only reason that clued me in is last night after streaming, I sat down on my phone. Look at my horse trying to climb up these stairs.
Let's go do it. Dude, I put Roach and Witcher 3 over all sorts of fun stuff. So.
Well, last night, Logan, I had to jump. So there was this little tiny wooden log bridge across the area. And I rode Tiki up to it, and she's like reared up. She's like, no. And Logan's like, hey, if you get her fast enough, she will jump. I'm like, oh, it's on. We're Man from Snowy River now. So I rode around in a circle and rode out up there. And I jumped just as, man, she sailed out over that, landed halfway into the middle of the logs, and then came. I'm like, all right, pro. Right there. It's fun.
You
yeah.
parked her on top of a dude. Come on.
He moved. She was fine. All right. You're good right here. Why did you go up these stairs? My quest is not in this. Is it in here? Oh, I guess it is. Oh. Who's this fellow and why does it want me to talk to him?
The giant parking neon sign is the.
Cover the plains of Serindia.
Choices
I cannot trust you yet. Come
all
visit me
for
when
the
it's
sake of
appropriate.
Heidel.
Fine. Alright, well. I did navigate to Heidel, so maybe that's what we considered my parking spot for Heidel. This.
Oh, they're extending the PSO beta for some additional hours.
Additional hours? Ooh.
I love it. I think
Now-
it's so funny that
This tells you that this game is active, right? Everyone that's out here, I think they're either
auto training.
There is an event going on, I think, right now, so you get bonuses, but they're probably most likely auto training skills or something like that. They're not even technically AFK. But yeah, lots of people, lots of AFK stuff going on.
Look at that horse. Fire.
I know, isn't it awesome? That is Doom, and he's a tier 9 mount, and you get him by grinding many hours doing activities in the game. That's all I know. Doesn't he look great, though?
he's awesome looking.
That is really cool.
He's fantastic. One thing this game is not short on is eye candy.
Well, yeah, it looks like they're going to extend it till tomorrow night. It's going to be open again from.
I guess you're pretty good at sensing.
Okay, it's going to go down tonight at midnight, but then they're going to come back up tomorrow afternoon
So what do you want?
for another several hours, just to
The
kind of
farther
give
away
people
a
some extra
product is
time.
from, the more valuable it is.
Oh,
Well,
yay.
she's a trade manager. I can
Making
sell these
boxes
coins now.
with good quality pumpkins should bring
So
in
you got your
That's better.
unlocked the
Alright.
path of stuff.
Yeah, so I still need this one. What is this one? This is Southern Guard Camp contribution. So we're not going to sell these, but now that I unlocked the node, so the way trading works in this game, here's your TLDR for trading. You literally buy trade goods and then you just take them to a merchant and sell them, and you've traded and you gain some money for that. Now you don't have to buy goods. There's a variety of ways you can acquire goods, including manufacturing them or farming them, or having your workers produce them at nodes that you've controlled at other places of the map. But the thing is, the further a trade good has traveled, so I've got these 3 coins, and you can see in the coin here it says Origin, Northwestern Gateway Contribution Point, and it's invested. So the further you are, and the only place you have to sell these to special merchants, that's these trade managers here that you sell them to. The further away that you are from that trade goods node of origin, the more money you'll get for it. So if you
I'm
talk to her-
remembering this now. Yeah.
And then I trade, you can see this little icon here. I'm getting an 8% bonus for the distance between where the point of origin for this item is, and a 6% bonus here. Now, this item is worth 3,000 coin, but it's only got 100. I'm not getting the full value of this coin. I'm getting the 30% of its value for this coin because I haven't unlocked the node for the Southern Guard camp. Now I've now unlocked the camp and all the nodes between that location and where I'm selling it. And that's the thing, you can't have just unlocked its origin node. You have to have unlocked the network from the origin node to the point of sale. So that's what I was doing last night, was I was buying a good here and then carrying it on my back, literally, to another location, a ways away, and unlocking nodes along the way to sell that. And then you get a nice markup, and then you can actually pay a little bit of energy to see what the sell price is and the buy price is for various goods at various nodes. So you can actively play a trading game where you start moving goods from one location to another, buying here and selling them there and making a profit as you do it. And you do it while being on your, by carrying goods. And I now have a wagon and a horse that I can carry goods on. In fact, one of the things that my horse does, where did she go? She's over here. Is that F6. So my horse has a 2-spot inventory that I can put some goods on and carry with me while I'm riding. I can also take my horse and hook it up to a wagon that has a much higher inventory, and then my horse levels up while it's carrying my wagon. Or I can just use the default donkey that goes with the wagon and not level up my horse, but I still have a mode of transport that has more. It's like a cargo ship, right? It has more slots of inventory. So again, like all this is really kind of cool stuff. I'm really kind of enjoying that aspect of it. And I did that part the other night, and I could see myself, you know, this is very much a game where, in classic sandbox kind of fashion, the player finds his own fun. We don't really have and I typically don't prefer that. I typically prefer games that are more linear, have a lead you by the nose storyline because my progression point is always clear. But this game is like, silver is progression, and you're always progressing your character because you're always acquiring silver, and you can buy upgraded gear and stuff off the marketplace. So even if you reach max level, you continue the in-game progression in this game is literally silver, and then better gear and the better upgrades to the gear that you can get from producing the silver. So it's like, find your own fun. You know, if you want to ferry goods from one location to another, fish that you buy. The reason I can sell the fish at the trade merchant is that fish are also trade goods. However, they're exempt from the node rule. You can just pick up fish and take them to any place, and you'll always get 100% value for the sale. And then there's a special kind of fish called Imperial fish, an Imperial trader, that has some other particular stipulations, but I don't recall exactly what they are. So yeah, so I've got these 2 coins. Did I sell them? Let's go ahead and
The
sell
Heidel
these 2.
Merchants Union sells goods
Yeah,
at
I
reasonable
remember
prices.
when I played the first time, and I got into it, and I think I got to about level 20 something, but back then again the levels took a lot longer.
Yeah.
And what you just said is exactly where I got, where I was like, okay, I need people to be playing this, because if we had a whole group playing it, and I could find somebody who found fun in manufacturing, and somebody else who found fun in gathering, and somebody else wanting to protect our trade caravans, we could get it. It's like EVE Online. You could basically get a whole group together to run a network of money making. You know, we're going to run this business. And because I thought that would be a lot of fun. The whole idea of going out and getting all the trade net nodes unlocked, and then having workers gathering from nodes and other workers producing, you know, goods, and then selling those goods, and or transporting those goods. It's all part of the game they had back then. But when I was into that, you and everybody else I was playing MMOs with at the time was like, no, I just need quest number. I need a quest log. Just show me the next quest.
Right.
What's the new theme park?
And I'm still kind of that way. But you know, the thing is that one misconception that I was operating under was that that the game was open world PvP, and I think it was at one time when the game first launched.
I remember there being at least zones that were
correct
like
me.
the end game areas where you wanted to do all of your real trading. I have this memory of them being very dangerous. Like, you wanted to make sure your stuff was protected. And again, it was probably a misconception about the like how PvP worked. I never got that far, but I couldn't convince anybody else who was playing games with me to give it a try.
Right.
So, and now I'm like, I think it's a cool game. I mean, it'd be fun, but it's a game that you have to, I think, to get the most fun out of, you don't want to just dabble in it. You want to invest. No,
it's a game that wants to own your soul. Yeah, it does.
And I, like I said, I'm just right now. I don't even want to do the theme parks right now. So
sure.
Although Final Fantasy does lure me back, and honestly, WoW will lure me back again, because the next expansion is.
The next expansion potentially. The patch for this expansion has I've had zero incentive to play. I looked at the horrific visions. I read up on them. I'm seeing
none of the patch stuff sounds interesting. Like, it's not enough to bring me back. I think me and you were both like, you even went back and played some, you know, and I'm like,
I was just playing and I was leveling my. And I think what did it for me was when I realized that it's always been level 50 locked though. Okay, so it is still open world PvP at the high end, but it's level 50 locked.
Okay. So yeah, that's reasonable though. I mean, I'm fine with that. So
right.
It's not what I want to do, but that's okay.
But yeah, so but yeah, you know, when I was playing my leveling my fire mage and having just a fine time leveling my fire mage, going through Western Plaguelands, Eastern Plaguelands, got to like level 57, and the day I was still playing, the day that the patch came out, and I'm like, oh, the patch is coming out today. I should really go jump on my high level character and go do all that content. You know, there's a lot of cool stuff here. I need to be doing.
I haven't done anything from the previous patch.
And I realized I had zero incentive to do any of it.
Yeah.
That should be all the clue I need. And then, like the next day, I'm like, I think I'm going to jump back into Black Desert Online, see what that's about.
Yeah.
Can you jump on that horse?
Can I jump? Yes. See?
Ah, there you go. Okay.
And not only that, but she's got this. You can, she's got actual physics, right? You can only turn while you're moving, and the wagon is even more, has wagon physics. But she pulls the head around pretty well. The person who did all the animations, I don't think rode a horse, but the animation for the horse itself is pretty good. And the best thing, so that's a typical mount. However, though, you can come from the behind and do a rear mount.
Oh my.
And that's
Over those spikes. That makes me
over the
nervous.
spikes. And that right there is the best thing.
Yeah. Well, the next WoW expansion, I think I'm torn about because that's the one that's going to do the giant level squish and redoing
Yep.
everything, which means I'm going to have to start a new character to go
Yeah.
through and see what the new
Find a
character
new starting
experience
area.
is like.
Yeah, exactly.
So at some point before that is going to launch, I'm going to have to get on and refamiliarize myself with my current characters and maybe level, one of my other characters that's close to the end and level them up and go through stuff. But there's so many great games coming out this year that
Yeah, yeah.
You
It's
know,
good
I'm
stuff
just
coming down the way. Now
not
you
really-
gotta. I was talking about how this game is like Guild Wars 2, and these creatures are Hylic, and he's clearly petting some quaggins. So
yes, he is. It's a highlight petting Quaggins.
petting quaggins. So yeah, like I said, it's definitely
It's
some similarities there.
It's very similar. Actually, that scene over his shoulder looked. The art direction there even looked Guild Wars 2.
Yeah, it does, right? Yeah, this could easily be Swamp of Sorrows, no question. Or not Swamp of Sorrows, but whatever that swamp
I
is
know
over
what
in
your swamp is.
Queensdale, where the Shadow
yeah.
Behemoth spawns.
Yeah,
Not Swamp of
they
Sorrows.
just
Sorry.
need to put a little more watercolor painterly filter on the game, and it would be
Yeah.
Guild Wars 2.
So yeah, I fought a bunch of these Fogans last night, but these Fogans are total Hylics. Like,
So much particles.
Mr. A, are you playing this tonight too?
No, I've just been hanging out.
Mr. Anderson
watching
is
play.
staying away from MMOs. He recognizes the poison that they are, and has said he's not going to.
I played with him a couple weeks ago, and then that was enough to make me realize no. I've been trying to play some more single player stuff.
Logay has been coming by pretty much every night that I've been playing, and has been a tremendous help in helping me figure out the ins and outs of this game. I would not have figured out near of, especially just some of the UI idiosyncrasies. Like in order to get quests to actually dynamically update, I had to go to here, and then I'd go over here, and then I had to go down to settings, and then in the settings I had to go quest sort settings and set these things to ascending nearest and latest, and then set this to do not show, and you can confirm that, and then that allowed these things to actually display and not display the quest when I turned them on.
Jeez.
What?
Exactly. I'm like, I had to do all that in order to get it to work, so that when I clicked and unclicked the items in my quest log, it would hide them or not hide them in my display. And I'm like, and yeah, he's like, yeah, I click here, do this, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's good to have somebody
It is.
helping out
It's
like that. It's
extremely
awesome. High fives to Logay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, I am gonna go take off and
All right.
go rewire my office again back, so tomorrow I can play back on the Switch here.
So are you gonna
Right now-
So if they're gonna continue the beta, are you gonna stream any Phantasy Star Online after? Like
I
that
streamed
1 a.m.?
for 4.5 hours.
I know,
last
but I
night.
couldn't be there for those 4.5 hours. so now I'm asking you to stream some more.
Yeah,
But after I'm done with my stream, obviously.
Yeah, I was gonna go play, but I was gonna go play on the. You know, it's funny because I really don't. I don't know if they're gonna keep any of the progression. I'm assuming
Right.
not. So
Most likely not.
I got what I needed out of it, but I might play a little more. I was just gonna go. Now you're making me think about it. It's like, yeah, I kind of was having fun. Maybe I'll go play.
All right. Well, I will be done about 12:30. So 12 or 12:30ish. So I'll go over to the Discord or jump up on Twitch and see if you're hanging out there.
Okay,
'Cause
yeah,
it's
yeah. Right now, I updated my Twitch to say no stream tonight because I was gonna just rest, but that might change. So
Right.
cool, man. Have
All
fun.
right.
See you.
Thanks for coming by.
Right.
Bye, Laconia.
Are you a
Yeah.
new recruit?
You talked him into streaming.
Yeah. My work here is done. And I don't typically, promote a lot of other people's streams per se, but Mr. Anderson's one of my best friends in the world. He streams over on that other large streaming service called Twitch, but he does stream with for Mr. Anderson. That's his name over there. So if any of you guys do want to see some Fire Emblem Online or any of the other Moonless games like me, he is a variety streamer. So he'll stream different things at different times. But I do recommend you go by and check him out. He's also entertaining. And like me, he has on any given night 0 to 3 people watching him. So I appreciate anyone that comes by. Looks like I've got a couple of people watching right now, so that's awesome. I think it's probably all of you that I know, though. It's probably you, Loge, and Mr. Anderson. So that's all good.
Yep.
All right. Are you still streaming? Are you streaming during the day at all?
Me?
Yes.
No, I haven't gotten back to streaming. Well, there are a couple games that I really like, but I can't stream. My computer can't handle it,
Oh no.
and I haven't been in the mood to play ones that I can stream.
Right.
I'm Mole.
Did I do the
expert in
node
villains.
management here? Did I actually contribute in the node? I did not. We need to get this. There we are. All right. We're setting ourselves up with a little trading network here. So we've got Southern Kanega, Southern Guard Camp, Glish, Northwestern Gateway, Lynch Farms, Heidel. Okay, we now have connected networks. All right, we can go all the way back to Heidel, and then we're going to tell them we're ready to go to Califon. We're going to sell that last coin. We're going to pick up some buffs from our... Remind me to get some buffs from storage when I get back to Heidel. Or no, I think those buffs are in Glish, actually. Let's see. There's no storage manager here. That's the Pearl Shop. I don't need the Pearl Shop. Central Market settings. Okay, yeah. Let's go over to Glitch. And by Glitch, I mean Glish. I think that's where my buffs are.
Have you ever played Counter-Strike?
Counter-Strike?
Yeah.
I did not play. I'm very familiar with the game, and especially in its early days. And I played a little bit way back, like in its early days. But I haven't played it as a multiplayer PvP game in quite a bit.
Yeah, I haven't played it either, but there's an event, search and destroy event on Fortnite, and my son said, "Oh, that's Counter-Strike."
Oh, really? Very cool. Yeah, right here in Irving, they've got a esports event going on right now over at the Arlington Esports Center. Overwatch has got a league going on, got a tournament going on, and then they were also doing a new tournament for younger kids from like ages K through 12. They were doing basically little league sports, and several schools were there with their school teams representing, which is pretty darn cool. All right, Loge clued me in that I can. All I gotta do is click on the map to see. Click on the map and click on that town on the map to see the storage for that town. And that's what I did there. So we're going to swing by Glish, pick up some of our buffs, put them back in our inventory, and then we're going to go to Heidel, turn in that... oh wait, I've got one more quest. I need to discover the eastern border. Let's do that.
What is that on the ground?
Oh, those are my puppy and my little chick with its egg on its head. His name is Woodstock.
Oh,
I named him Woodstock, and then Buster's my
there,
puppy.
there was also a little something that was running away.
Oh, that was
looked funny.
probably one of these little salamanders over here. There's a wild horse I could try to capture. Yeah, I don't know what those are. All right, Eastern thing.
I like the chicken with the egg on it.
Right? I think I got
The
that
egg,
thing with my.
yeah.
Where's Eastern Gateway? So I don't really know where the eastern border is. I have to discover it after all, but I'm going to guess it's, to the east. There's Kazarka. We're kind of southeast right now. Pretty large mountain range over here. I'm going to guess it's to the east of Eastern Gateway here. So let's do this. Let's head to Eastern Gateway. And then head east from there and see if we can see something that looks like the eastern border. Rhonda, quest for exploration. These solid lines look like rendering artifacts. They don't look correct. I'm gonna bet that that's a bug. Yeah, I don't know why this guy's got 2 solid lines coming out here. Or 3 lines pointing up into the air. Those would be rendering bugs.
Oh, okay.
You know, see those giant lines pointing up here? White lines?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have I'm working on a fantasy book. I'm in the process. I've written the book. The book's all written and it's been edited. And I'm in the process of querying for agents right now. What spot is it up there? But so I'm thinking about the next book that I want to write, or whatever the next thing is. And I have a desire to write a story where, this classic Portal thing where the person gets, the game developer gets trapped in his own game, right? That story's been told a million times. But the game that I want my game developer that gets trapped in is like in beta. And there are massive bugs in the game. And so the bugs are of course deadly to him and his friends that are trapped in the game, showing that the node is connected. Oh, okay. Even though they're in world, their lines showing the node is connected. Seems weird. So he has to worry about falling through, missing spots in the geometry that haven't got the collision set up correctly. And here's the thing, he's a developer on the game, and the bugs are his own bugs that he hasn't gotten fixed yet. So he has sort of an innate natural knowledge about the bugs, around him to kind of help him survive. But he's also having to deal with the fact that that he hasn't.
He's responsible for his own demise.
For his own demise and for the demise of his friends, and things like that, or for the danger and the peril that he's put himself and his friends in.
Now, can he fix the bugs in game?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe.
That would be interesting. Anyway,
Right.
you know what?
I
That
don't
would be.
There's no need to be leaning.
All right, I've been here before. I've been to this eastern camp. I didn't unlock it. I don't think I need to, but I want to go. I want to see if the eastern border is in this direction. All right, well, I guess we just ride. These castle ruins are over here. They're 18 to 21, so they're not bad. What do you want to do? We want to go east. Where's my compass? Yeah, I want to go this direction. A couple of quests here in town. Looks like a cave. A dead end cave. Ride, Kiki, ride!
Warlock.
I know my mouth's been damaged. Oh, get out, get out, get out! Oh, she is getting owned. All right, get off. That's how we take care of that. Leave Tiki alone. Gosh.
How do you heal the horse?
You can. I'm not sure how you heal her. I can give her food to raise her stamina. Oh, and see that heal her up a little bit too. Got her hit points back up. He's happier now with some stamina. Dude, alright. So that was not the thing. There's a road over here though, just on the other side. I have south. Whoop. Easy there. Let's go north. Give me riverbank. I found out the creatures, the humanoids with horns are called demi-humans. Carrots do both. Also at a stable. Okay, cool. Carrots heal and give stamina, and you can heal them at a stable. Can I not go? I guess that goes east. Can that go east here? That was the way I was traveling, right? Optima 80 to 100. That's going to be a little beyond my reach. Oh, well, we're going to run along the riverbank here and see what happens. See how far we can get.
Whoa.
See that pro move?
Geez, you have to watch out for the spikes too.
Right? Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright. Well, it's getting a little rocky here. Awesome.
Can the horse swim?
No. She cannot swim.
And
wish
she
she
could.
could, but she just sinks. Alright, well, that's the end of the road here, east-wise, on this side. That looks like I see people over there. Alright, well, to get my horse across, I'm going to go all the way down and around. If I didn't have my horse here, I would just jump off and swim across. But we can't abandon Tiki. What do you think? You think that might be the eastern... Hey, Elsie, eastern border node manager. Boom, that is the eastern node. That's where we need to go. Eastern border node. That's where we need to go right there. Just go up here, cross the road, and come back. We'll have it. I can whistle her from across the river, Logai says. Ah, Logai says. All right, well, let's try that. Let's see if we can call her from across the river. She'll go all the way. I bet her pathing is not good enough to get her out of this little jam, though. I will bet. Yeah. Yeah, and she's not going to go all the way across.
If you can get down to the bank, is there a bank on this side?
Not really. Looks like a pretty far jump, at least not right here. Alright. We're not going to waste time looking. We're just going to ride. Get on my horse and ride! Excuse me, coming through. Now, eventually I can do combat with my horse. They become... they actually get combat skills and you can attack from them. But I don't know anything about how that works. She'll teleport to you? Gotcha. I tried that, I tried it earlier and she didn't move to me, but I was probably out of range. That's alright, bridge is right here. Poor fella cleaning the bridge right there. However, we are. Need to eat another carrot. Is my timer up yet? Yes. Gotta buy some more soon. Starting to run low on stamina. I'm surprised she hasn't leveled up yet. See, everyone brings their pets out. Another leveling mechanic. Pets have levels, and then can also learn abilities and do things for you, like fetch goods and things like that. So it's crazy the stuff that you can do in this game.
I was just going to say, this game is extremely detailed.
No, it really is, and extraordinarily big. I've spent the first week just sifting through the layers of mechanics that are in this game. I've watched a half a dozen different beginner's guide videos, and what's funny is every beginner's guide video gives you a different set of things to try to know as a beginner guide, so it's pretty funny. All right, we have explored the western border. Can't talk. All right, and I don't know that we're going to unlock that node per se. Well, you know what? Let's do it.
Medea's over there.
3 contribution points. I'm down to 24. Okay. Go ahead and unlock that. Connect that up. You may want to get some more nodes to the east. All right, we're gonna turn this one in. I'm not taking another exploration node quest, even if it gives me another one. We're gonna tell Porthos we're preparing for the journey once we get back in Hydo. And I totally went through Glitch and forgot to get my combat buffs. Oh well.
Oh, I forgot. No, that horse's armor keeps changing from silver to gold.
Yeah, I think it is actually gold. But you're right. Depending on the light, it definitely has a silver. Well, sometimes it appear to be very silver. But I do think it has a gold tint to it. Like it looks very gold in this light, or bronze maybe. But yeah.
Thank heavens there's no collision.
Yeah, there's very little. They kind of suggest that you move out of the way of other players. But yeah, there's no real actual hard collision. What is this?
Are you telling me that the Vulcan's back legs are still yet to come?
Please, treat animals with care.
Right. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. All right. In fact, I'm going to go AFK for just 20 seconds. Give me a fresh refill of my cup of coffee. We might stream a little bit longer tonight because I'm not feeling tired and it's Saturday night. So you guys excuse me, but I'll go AFK for just a few minutes and I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. All right, so are we in? We're in Heidel right here, right? Yeah, okay. We're just in the southern parts of it, and I haven't actually talked to every single person in Heidel, which is why some of these nodes are still appearing, like this arms dealer, or this big fella.
Looking for food?
Hello, Lebios.
Tell me what you need and the type of space you're dealing with.
Right. Oh, he's got all my favourite kind of accents. Very thick.
And refined.
What's the problem?
I
All right.
promise you, you won't be able to find better furniture.
Furniture dealer.
Is it a craft order or a
Good
repair
weapons come from
parts?
expert dealerships.
Leave them all up to me.
Wow, she's a weapons dealer apparently. Thank you.
Exotic and refined.
The tools here are the legacy my father left me.
Right. Repair. Repair horse gear. Oh, mouse too far away. Repair equipped. Sure. Alright.
I think of my father every time I hammer.
It's amazing how good the graphics are in terms of the buildings and the spears and all. And yet, when you look at somebody's hands, it's like,
I know, it is. You're right, yeah. It's like, oh, what happened? Yeah, so see these fellas here with the horns, they're called demi-humans. I don't know much about the lore of this world, but I'm starting to learn a little bits and pieces here and there. Hold on there, fella. I need to talk to you.
Looks like they're
So-
in trouble with the Jean Church again regarding
One of the things that you do in this game is you talk to people. And why do you talk to people? Well, because one of the many currencies you have is, if you'll see in the upper left-hand corner, I've got 57 and 57. One of the many currencies you have in this game is energy. And energy is very similar to the free-to-play energy mechanic you might have seen in games, where you have a certain amount of resource of it, and it's used up, you know, doing things, and then it slowly regains over time, restores itself. Now, the energy in this game is not nearly as onerous as most free-to-play games are, but it is something, and most things don't require energy, but some things do. There's crafting and processing, and most of those are the kinds of things that require energy. Your pool of energy is determined by your knowledge, and your knowledge is grown by talking to people. So, like Olivia here, sorry, get up here, let's give it off. Olivia here is one of the people, see she's got that little chat icon above her head, the little two voices talking. She's one of the people in town you want to talk to gain her knowledge, to gain knowledge of her. And you don't even necessarily have to go through all the conversations, just interacting with her. There she is.
Any cooking lessons for the time being.
I don't take pupils, but I can give you some cooking advice. And then we can get some cooking advice. We can even do a... She'll tell me, have you tried cooking in your house? The most basic form of the craft is home cooking. Etc. about home cooking. So I gain knowledge about home cooking, and I also gain knowledge of this character. And you look over to the left, she is part of the Foreigners of Serindia collection. And once I've talked to all of these foreigners, then I will gain 1 or 2 energy points total to my max. So again, like I said, layers upon layers of interconnected systems throughout this game.
holy cow.
And like I said, I read a couple of guides that told me things, and Legos also mentioned, you know, from the very beginning of the game, you want to be talking to people that have question marks. You can see in my mini-map there's a lot of people in this town I haven't talked to yet. And I'm not going to actually take the time right now to go through and talk to every single one of them. Heidel's a big town, and if I stay in this game for a long period of time, Heidel will be one of the towns that I come back to and from quite often, so there'll be time for me to pick up. However, though, we do want to turn in our NPC, turn in our quest, so right click, there it is, back down here. Right here. Whoa, Tiki.
You came to
Back at the
see
trade
me.
manager. Confirm.
I guess you're pretty good at sensing where the money is.
And does she have a new quest? She does. Balinose Forest. Okay, we're not going to do that tonight, though. We are going to do trade. We're going to sell. Look at this coin now. So if you remember, that coin was only worth 1,500 without having those nodes hooked up. Now that we've hooked up those nodes, and it says, oh, I've got this node plus all the connecting nodes, it's worth 10,684. 10,000, 100% price, plus the 684 is the 6% bonus I'm getting for being a trade distance. So yeah, clearly you don't want to sell those things unless you've got the nodes hooked up. Big difference. All right. Let's go tell Porpheus we're ready to go. Kiki, we're going to ride you down a little bit closer. And because mounts are in this world, and they're sort of, you know, they stay there until you put them away, that's why when you walk into town, you'll see everybody's horses just standing around out here. Unlike most other MMOs where all the horses just disappear as soon as you get off of them, the horses in this game are there and stay there until you decide to leave. Where is that inn? Is it further down?
What do you want about?
Yes, there's Melissa Brady. Here we are. All right, Porthos of the Three Musketeers. We're ready.
What are you waiting for? Are you with Bobby Lauren?
Are you with Bobby Lauren?
There will be no forgiveness if
All right, we got a new ring.
to Isabel.
Bandits on the road. Will soon arrive at the Golden Toad Inn. You couldn't have possibly thought. Now remember, I was talking the other night about Porthos, who has this giant voice that has dialogue written as if he were a third-degree intellectual. So I have a hard time voicing all of him the way he should sound, because he talks like he's, you know, a scientist. You couldn't have possibly thought you deserved to ride with her, did you? Tisk tisk. You really are clueless to such an obvious hierarchy. I'm the only one who gets to sit next to her. By the way, have you heard of Biragi? He's a rebel like Alrundi, but less discreet in his ways. He waits travelers at the foot of the mountain and robs them blind. You get it now, our prestigious merchant guild wagons would be prime targets. We are to pass to the northern neutral zone and to the Delphine Knight's castle on the way to Caltheon. Go off and teach those bandits a lesson so that they'll never think of coming near Lady Isabel. Right. Completion target, lead captain. And by lead captain, I mean lead captain. All right, Porthos.
Is Sir Jordan the only hope of Heidel?
Okay, my lady Isabella and Corsia. We're going to do your dirty work. Once again, look at these people over here playing cards. This girl has a quest. Hello. Off to the next adventure. Why don't you take a break and travel? Slow. Don't you agree? I suggest you take this opportunity to travel and clear your mind a bit. I'll be your guide. No. Once per family. Rupee and the Golden Toad from the Golden Toad Inn suggested you travel and enjoy some change of scenery. Go to Settings, Display Quality, and set graphics to Remastered mode to enable remastered settings. Go to Settings, Audio, and turn on music and sound effects to listen to the remastered soundings. I need to prepare, so talk to me again for a little bit later. Okay, I do all these things and talk to her again, and I get some contribution. All right, well. Confirm. All right. Most peaceful village, Olivia. Okay, we're not going to do this quest for right now because we're going to go do bandits. We'll come back here and do that. Trying to stay focused. Focused. Where'd my horse go? Left or up here?
You should have a place where you can tie up your.
See, I said the exact same thing, Laconia. I said it just the other night. I'm like, they need a hitching post. I don't understand. I mean, that was a real thing in both fantasy towns and western towns, is when everyone rode up on their horse, there was a hitching post out in front of the saloon, the whatever, and you rode up and tied your horse there. They need to set hitching posts all the way throughout the town. I guarantee you, even though it had no gameplay mechanic whatsoever, like if they just took and put hitching posts in front of these buildings, people would automatically go up there and put their horses in front of them and park them next to each other.
Absolutely.
I guarantee you they would.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, I'm using up my last carrot. I think I can get carrots from Livia down the way here. So we're gonna go down here and stop at the general goods trade vendor. She had carrots. So they're doing a cool event right now, and I just participated in the event for it's a charity event. Whoa, easy there. I don't want to talk to you. I want to get off my horse. There we are. When you buy these items, Laura here,
Hello there, I'm Laura.
so they have this charity token, and you buy up to it's 1 million credits each, so they're not cheap. And you buy 10 of them, and then you turn in 10 of them, and you get a item for your house. It's a nice little interesting item for your house. But you can see a little donation goes a long way. For every, and I don't know, Logie I think mentioned what the actual sums is, but for every 100 million of worth of tokens that are bought that people spend in game to buy the tokens, Kakayo Games, the game development company, is actually donating to childhood charities a certain amount of money based on how much total people donate. So by buying these tokens and participating in this event, you're helping to build a sum that will then that the game company will use for donations to donate charities. So it's kind of cool. It's just like the childhood's orphanage event in WoW, where they also donate to actual orphanages. It's an interesting, cool kind of thing that you can do in game. That they're also taking some of the money not from the money from this. There's no real money from this, but taking some of their money from in game and using it for donations.
Yeah, that's fun. That's nice.
However, she does not have carrots. But we can put on a ring. This is our first ring that we've got so far. We need a belt, and the belt, and then our awakened weapon. But the belt is the last item on our inventory that we haven't put in yet. Don't have the item for yet. Some latent auras. This travel kit that we want to open at some point, but not today. I was sad. I tried to open this Naga. Tried to accept the quest, but apparently I'm past the point which I can accept this quest because it doesn't. Wait a second. Give me some kind of sound effect, as if it was trying to do something. Stand right there in town, get run over by a wagon. Well, it's not activating an inventory. It's not activating a quest. So, all right. Off we go. We got 3 spots in our inventory, and it looks like we need to go all the way out here, the southern plains of Serindia. Well, we just might go that way by way of Glish. Alright, and we ride. We're back on. Oh, wait. I did want to get carrots for the ride.
Did you need to get anything for boosts, or what was it you mentioned?
Yeah, so I've got like a whole. I've put all of my boosts in the storage, but this game is kind of funky about storage. Each town has its own bank, if you will, its own storage container, and they're not connected. So, and you only have a little bit of, limited amount of storage in each town. So I put my buffs, my buff scrolls for combat buffs, in the storage in Glish. And so now I'm in Heidel, and I have to actually ride to Glish to open up the storage there in Glish to get that stuff out. Now there is a mechanic for transporting goods from one location to another, but it takes time, as I understand it, and of course you have to spend money to do it. I haven't actually done that, so I don't know if it takes a lot of time. Maybe, I don't think it's instantaneous though.
Oh, okay.
So I have to go to Glish to actually get the goods that I left in the storage in Glish. But before I go there, and I can probably do this here. Oh, I bet the stable has carrots and horse food. Stable. Yeah, there's a stable up there.
welcome.
shop. Ah, perfect. You can also actually buy horses and donkeys here. And we will buy some carrots. Buy multiple. No, not max quantity. Need maybe 20. 20 at 500. All right. Good. I can also sell this bandanas, and I can sell these horns. All right, and purchase. Pick up some food for our pets. These are not cheap either. All right. Okay, now I feel better. Now we can head out on the road. Confident that we can feed our pets and our horses along the way. Where did I park my horse? That's not her. That's right, I left her down the hill here. Sorry, Tiki. If they had a hitching post, I would be able to find you better. Alright. What time is it getting to be? 11:54. We're good. Just barely midnight. We definitely got time to go pick up our storage buffs, our combat buffs out of storage container in Glish, and then head over to the bandits, kill some bandits, and then we'll see where we are at that point. Make sure we're navigating in the right way. And this game has an auto run, so you literally can click a destination and hit T to auto run if you like, and then you can sit back and enjoy your coffee. Make sure that you're not running into a big group of monsters, and it will take you along the road to your destination. Now you don't have to follow the auto run. You see that giant white column over there? That's my ultimate destination. So if I don't mind running through the groups of bad guys or monsters, I keep running quickly. Then you can ride directly towards your destination. See, now Kaintiki is leveled up. It is now level 10. These are Naga and Swamp Naga, and these Naga bear suspicious resemblance to Naga in World of Warcraft. So, I don't know who got the Naga design first, but they certainly are all very similar. See, someone is doing trade goods here. They pulled their wagon up, and they're basically buying and selling goods, and then they're going to carry their wagon on. Arms dealer, where is this table? Or not the storage, that's what I want. Here he is. I thought he was here.
Storage.
Storage?
Is the first step of a
So here are my
journey.
buffs. And along with some other miscellaneous goods, should probably take out of here. Alright, so which do I want now? The print on this is so tiny. Yeah, 100% extra combat, that's what I want. put it in my player's inventory? There we are. Ah, okay. See, there you go. I can enhance my, do a little infusion of the Blackstones. We could bump our weapon up a little bit. Let's do it just for science. Armor. Use these black energy residues. Sure about those. Let's just do a basic infusion. A really strong base weapon. Like this Barstar Battle Axe that has almost no durability yet. Balstier Battle Axe. Well, let's try this. So we bring up the comma. Whoops, I didn't mean to take it off. Alright, so comma to bring up our little friend who does the infusions. Enhancement. I need to take it off to enhance it. Alright, we're going to do comma. So our Black Spirit, who is your guide and mentor, and also terribly terrifying and creepy as all get out, now has arms and half of a torso body. He was such a little floaty head. Kind of cute to begin with. But as he gets more powerful, he becomes more and more menacing. He's, when the black energy has touched any other players in the game, as the lore goes, it's driven them crazy and insane. But yet somehow the Black Spirit and us were able to control, and he has a quest. We want this for sure. Alright, and another quest. There we go. Inventory +2 expansion. Nice. Inventory slot and Blackstones. Why, yes, I will.
It's quite spooky around here, isn't it?
All right. Okay, we can enhance. Item was obtained. Blackstone armor. Marshall battle axe. And then we need a Blackstone. Oh, it's already collected that. All right. %. Well, I am confused. You request specific Blackstone for the Balster weapon. It's for teaching you enhancing. Ah. Alright then. Blackstone Balstier. And I don't have that yet. Well, I'm surprised I don't have that from the guy. I wonder if I got it and I put it away already. No, this is the first Blackstone. I got a Blackstone armor. Alright, well, I'm pretty sure I know how Black enhancement works. I played the BDO Mobile, and so I've got a pretty good idea for that. So, however, though, we want to activate these inventory slots. Oh, yes. Yes, we do. Okay. Cannot be enhanced. Repairable item, bound only. Alright. We'll put that on, and when they give us a Blackstone item, then we will enhance it. The right Blackstone enhancement? Okay. Bandits on the road. Let's ride. We got our buffs. Got inventory space. Alright, here we go. I love the fog effects. Another one of the crazy mechanics in this game, not crazy, but just surprising, is that monsters do more damage and are worth more experience at night than they are alive. And they even broadcast a warning about it, like, hey, at 10 p.m. the monsters will become more dangerous. And I guess they attack for more damage and probably have more hit points, I'm not sure. But they're definitely harder to kill. And in turn are worth more experience when you kill them at dark as well. Uh-oh. I might be on the wrong side of the river. We're gonna have to ride down and around there. She's like, I don't think so. Big fat salamander in the way. Took a little damage on that one, just a little bit. She's not a mountain pony. I'm not used to those kind of treacherous jumps. Alright, here's our man. Let's give him a talk. A couple of quests here, so good. Are you with the Zon Merchant Guild? You're correct. The bandit hideaway is somewhere in this area. I'm the lead captain of the punitive force here. I'll have to do a lot better than that Red Orc punitive force there. Bandits. They often come down these roads. That's why we're here. Although, currently as we stand, we don't think we'll be able to fend them off. All we can do is stop them from getting any closer based on the scouting reports. Wait, are you heading into the bandit hideaway? We would protect the carriage following from behind, but is that really okay? You're really planning to infiltrate that hideaway alone? You must have a death wish. I won't stop you since you've already made up your mind. They have a leader called Baragi who is amongst them. Although human, no one dares to step up to him because of his inconceivable strength. Take care of yourself. If you get trapped there, no one will be able to recover your body. Defeat bandit warriors, defeat giant bandits, defeat bandit demi-beast bandits. Okay. Gosh, I'm drenched. How long do we have to keep doing this silly training? I want to kick some bandit buttocks. How strong are the bandits? Huh, how's my skill? Fantastic. I'm practicing now, but I'll be in battle soon. Have you ever fought a bandit? I'm confident, but still wondering. You look strong. Can you defeat some bandits? Just try and let them know how strong they are. There's at least one other fellow that had a quest here. Tall fellow, not you. Defeat the bandits with these rookies. Who the heck came up with this ridiculous plan? I shouldn't have even asked. Told them I didn't take any support, and look what I got. What can I do with these newbies? You look much better. Muscular in all the right places. I am in fact. Alright, how about teaching those bandits recruits how to efficiently fight bandits? Oh, yes. Excellent, you're talented. I'd already learned enough about fighting bandits to defeat that quest. Alright, Tiki, you stay here. Looks like it's just, oh no, all the bandits are up here. Now we're gonna ride up there. We're not gonna leave the horse here. Wait, are there even more quests here? Why, yes, there are. Be able to return to our families. No one believes it. Reduce their numbers. What they're saying is, go and kill a lot of frickin' bandits. That's what I'm getting here. I mean, is that what you guys are getting? Because that's what I'm getting. And it looks like all of it is up here. You know, bandit territory. At Baragi's Den. Well, we've been in and out of Baragi's Den quite a few times already. So this won't be our first time. There's lots of bad guys here, so we're just gonna leave Tiki right down here on the road. You should be relatively safe here. Alright, here we go. Oh, wait, hold on. You didn't get that combat buff for nothing. Yes, indeed. Alright. And, wait, hold on. Hold the phone here. We're gonna claim our blood frenzy. And we'll claim our sweet leather. Mercenaries, 200. There we are. Now we got some. Look at me missing that bandit altogether. Okay, but we need a bigger concentration of bandits. We need lots of bandits. Come on, bandits, let's go. Alright, this looks a little better. Oh, got a little swinging log. Better? Check my mail. All right, for sure. Oh, outstanding. From Wisp Vault. That's awesome. Okay. Very cool. Now, Logan, was that you? Was that from your character, that gift? You're the only person I know in the game. And if so, that's awesome. Thank you. Hold on. Got a bandit stagger. Excellent. Well, much appreciated. That's cool. I shall send thee something in return. Field weapon box. Let's see what we get. Here we go. I'm always a little worried about opening these things when I'm not max level, but we're just gonna see. Open one. Yes. Here we go. Random. Here we go. We're gonna get a carrot. We got a drink. Pinto's sweet drink. Which is healthy juice, especially made by Devin Pinto, gives you immediate boost of breath XP. Sweet. Hello, guys. All right, well, much appreciated. Thank you. More concentration up here. Hello. All right. All right, that's level 34. Rest in peace, alright. Thank you for sparks.
Those attacks of hers are just crazy.
Right? Yeah, I love the attack animations in this game. And the Guardians are especially satisfying. But she does that little slow motion turnaround.
Yeah.
I think I need to bring down this. Yep. Okay, so we killed the bandit defense captains and getting rid of bandits post bandit round huts. Hello.
Can your pets get hurt or are they immune?
They are immune. They cannot get hurt.
Cool. That's how it should be.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. You don't want to worry about your pets. They also go with you when you go into water, but they don't swim. They just kind of walk on top of the water. They didn't bother building pet animations, pet swim animations. You may beast bandits. Is that a captain? No, it's just a giant. He is a special objective still, so. Yeah, I need 4 more of those. There's another giant. There's a captain. Here's a treasure chest, but I don't have a key for it. I see a lot more of those chests than I do have keys. I've only gotten a few of those keys, and they came from quests, so I'm not sure how to acquire more of them. That might be something to look up. I don't think I need to kill any more of these guys, except for just for fun and the experience. Alright, this is the top of the camp. We need to find a couple of more captains. Let's see here. Looks like there's a captain over here. Or a quest mob anyway. So in the mini-map, there we are, giant. Red dots are just mobs, mini mobs. And yellow dots are actual quest objective mobs. So if you see yellow dot, that's what you want to go and head towards. So right now there are no yellow dots over there. And supposedly, I also need to destroy. Need 2 more captains, and I need to find the round hut. Maybe the round huts are over here. Oh, there's a lot of quest objectives up here. These just more Here's a captain. Thank you. They do have these cool masks, I'm noticing.
You know, like a bear mask or something?
Like, no, like the grinning teeth mask. That guy's got a bear mask, but like these guys, yeah, they got kind of a grinning teeth mask.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Oh, I just ate that one. That was supposed to be that move, but I missed it. Okay, need one more captain. Maybe he'll just wait for this one to respawn. And then I need to find those freaking round huts, wherever they are. Here's a captain right here. Oh, we murder death killed him. Is this a hut? Oh, it's a tent and a hut. Definitely not a hut. Excuse me. For this giant area, no telling what's an actual round hut. Okay, let's do this. Let's okay, it says I should have a hut right here. Maybe this is a hut? Let's see. No, you shake it down, but I'm definitely not destroying it. I got all the giant bandits done though. Oh, I guess I did kill the bandit hut.
Hey, we got that.
Alright, we're just gonna do a little one more roundup before we go turn all these quests. Because this game wants you to grind the mobs. Oh, hello. Alright, we're going to go ahead and fight our way back down to Tiki. And then go turn in these quests, because I suspect it's 12:40. And I'm hoping that the very next quest will be to summon the bandit boss and kill him.
Well, I have to go and get a couple things done.
Okay.
Thanks for the stream.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming by and hanging out and dropping in and chatting a little bit. You have a great night.
Sure, you too. Good night.
All right. Good night. Take care. All right. Okay, where is Tiki? Is she okay? She looks to be okay. There she is, right up here. I did get on her and ride, but the bandit camp was actually close enough. I didn't even need to, really. I just left her in camp. All right. I can't waste time like this. I'm strong enough, but I gotta practice some more. Yes, hit point potions, sure. One gold bar. Thank you. Moving bandit traps. So show me how good you are. Pass me to force out attempted bandit traps. This trip is too short. Moves, you need to get rid of them. Alright. And the black spirit. Okay. Seize the orders. You've been spending too much time with her. You haven't forgotten about me, have you? Our ties run deeper than the relationship you have with that woman. Let's just think about us. Alright, we need to get some traps. These right over here. That's one way to remove them. Alright, it's all the traps. Bandit camp's orders. Let's go this one this time. Ow. Stepped in that one. Couple of quests here. Wagon heist plan. Best to find out. Completion target, Bandit Punitive Force Commander. Okay. Who else needs bandits killed? Vengeance against the bandits. He wants me to punish them. Save the prisoners. Okay. Looks like everything's up here. I think I left Tiki in camp, so run on up here. We got our buffs. Need to go get the orders now. Trained wolf. Operation plans. Here we go. Okay. Destroy bandit prisons. One more prison. Oh, looks like the prisons right here. And they were. Okay, I need bandit defense captain's written orders. Oh, so the captain's then, yeah. There we go. Come on, gentlemen. Let's go. Is that everything? Nope. Raid captain's written orders. Here's a raid captain. One written order. Over the fence. We got dogs going to the rest. One more written order. Captain? Stop taking that. Seriously. These guys underground. Defense captain's written orders. That's not a cave. Thought it might be. But it is not. Easily. Let's go up around here. Maybe there's something over in this other area. I'm trailing a red particle effect now for a reason I don't understand. I must be really kicking ass. Oh, there's a bandit defense captain. And I got mortars. Alright, let's get out of here, because I think the... Hold it, let's, Hidden spoils. Learn about the bandits' hidden treasure. Oh, I have a black energy power. It's Z for a buff. Cool. You unlock Black Spirit's Rage. There you go. You can spend it on certain abilities to make them stronger, or you can consume it with the V for a buff. How do I spend it on certain abilities? I wouldn't mind making these ones. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Well, for now, let's just consume it with Z. Oh my gosh. New title, Bandit's Treasure Chief. And Worldly Learner. Down the well. There we go. Holy smokes, now we're level 36. Come on, guys. Ride the ladder on down. Whoa. Ouch. Hey guys, what's up? I'm here for the treasure. He does not seem interested in fighting me. I don't care though. Still gotta die. An unlocked treasure chest. Look inside. Stella, my sweetheart. Hey, thank you, Anubis Cosmic, for the follow. Much appreciated. Found a precious looking emerald ring, and you guys are Stella, my sweetheart. All right. Oh, time to summon the Black Spirit. What's bandits called? This treasure? Don't worry, I'll make sure you get some real treasure soon enough. There's still many that are stronger than you. Focus on getting stronger for now. Boss, here we go. Baragi's Denkeeper. Remember the fighting with the Fogans? To get them to submit, we need to take out their leader. See how strong Baragi really is. His strength and influence are no match for our power. Once you defeat the boss, that woman in her carriage will have no problem getting to the crossroads. Gunfight. Quest. All right. Take our inventory. Oh wait, red orc armor. Ooh. Our first armor upgrade in forever. And more to the point, inventory upgrade. No cosmetic change really on that armor. Come on, I'm ready for some better looking armor. Alright, so that's where the orc boss is. Way the hell out here. Let's get out of here. What, right past the ladder. There we are. We're going to get the boss done and turn that in, and then I think that's going to be it for this evening. We are right at 2 hours and 52 minutes on our stream tonight, so good times, about 3 hours. Hello, fellas. I love you guys, but I'm busy right now. I got a boss to kill. A fairy to follow and a boss to kill. Which my man is over here. Yeah, I've kind of gotten that impression in general that they don't, you know, that there's not a lot of new armor or new equipment given through quests or just in general in the game. And so, like you said, exactly what you said, it's up to you to enhance your own armor or to find and acquire armor through enhancements. I kind of figure while I'm questing, it's, you know, I'm probably pretty safe either way. But yeah, definitely. You're gonna have to. I think probably Monday we'll spend some time enhancing some of our stuff. All right, here we go. Whoa, we know how investigating these portals are. It always knocks us back a little bit. There you go. Hey, big fella. Oh, we got 3 big fellas. One guy's got giant spider legs coming out of his back. That doesn't seem good. Bye-bye. We couldn't see what his hit points are, but we railed on him all the same. Alright, we have defeated him. He's fun. What a wimp. What were the humans even talking about? There's still many stronger than you. Focus on getting stronger. Inventory slot and black stones, baby. Oh, yes, I will. Securing a safe passage. We should make it known that we're the ones that took down Baragi, the bandit everyone was so afraid of. All right. Inventory slots. Thank you. Okay. We've got a ton of quests to turn in. Come back here as a boss. I'm over here. Go back to removing traps first. Right through there, right? Yeah. Water to my right. Okay. There you are. Good work. Yes, I'll take the hit point potion. Yep. Written orders on the bandits. That must be the famous Isabel Alcossia, am I right? That is correct. Alright, Lawrence Family Gold Bar. Syrindian soldier costume. Nice. More killing of the bandits? Seriously? What's this guy doing? I don't know what that is. Oh, here we go. Filthy Knight's Castle. What? You don't want to stay here to savor the excitement, do you? The woman and I both hate to be kept waiting. Advance complete. Journey to Syrindia. 'Cause 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 ' to go to Calpheon immediately. Okay. Finished exploring Serendia. The next part of the main quest will take you to Calpheon. Pretty exciting. Of course, he still wants me to go and kill more bandits over here, but I've got a turn in here, right? 2 turn-ins. The Delphi Knights in Chaos. Alright, well, we are going to call it a night there. I think what I'm going to do is ride on back to Heidel. Park in the inn, that way I can do some enhancements when I get on tomorrow. I can do a little inventory management, which I definitely need to do, some swapping out of the goods, and then we will ride to Delphine Night. And we'll kill some bandits while we're at it. But for now, it is 12:49. I think that's going to do it for us for tonight. Let's head east. So I want to thank you guys for coming by. Thanks so much for the follow. Anubis Cosmic, much appreciated. Hope you've been hanging out and watching, having a good time. Let's ride. Okay, once again, thanks for the help this evening. Sorted through a couple of different things. Red Cosmic Scum. Oh, it's getting on dark. I don't see a way to... There ought to be a way to rotate my camera around while I'm riding on a horse. Hold down middle mouse. Ah, excellent. See, there you go. That's another old school. Oh, dismount. Tiki's like, what in the hell are you doing? Look, I'm trying to turn off the user face, keep you running, and rotate the camera, and get a good screenshot all at the same time. Oh, no worries. Rosar Weapon and Grundy Armor will always make good ideas. Excellent. Alright, well thanks for the info. Much appreciated. Yeah, we may do a midday stream tomorrow as well, depending on what I'm doing in the afternoon. Football season is over, so there's no more, there's no more Sunday games for me to watch. And I guess if there's another XFL game, the first one of those XFL games is tonight. I am running the wrong way. There's my idol. I may watch one of those XFL games tomorrow, but the little bit of the one I watched this afternoon looked terrible. And I don't have much reason to believe that the other ones will be any different. But we'll see. We'll check it out. We have entered the safe zone. You are now leaving a safe area, like the Division 2. Is Olivia the cook? I'm lost? No, I'm not lost. So I know this town like the back of my hand. I'm just gonna go to the stable person. I might have missed the main thoroughfare coming downtown. Maybe. All right, here we are. I bet we still find location and Portheus in here too. Yep. See, they're not leaving without us. They wouldn't dare. Alright, wagon heist plan. I still got 3 quests to turn in. I gotta do that tomorrow as well. We're gonna call it a night there. So, thanks so much for coming by. Logay, have a great night. Laconia, hope you got all your stuff done. And everybody else that's hanging out, very much appreciated. It was a fun time tonight. Did a lot of running around. But in the end, we zeroed down on some pretty heavy-duty grinding of mobs and got quite a bit of experience. We went from 33 to 36 in a very short period of time. So that's pretty cool. All right, you guys take care. Have a great one. Sleep well, and I will see you guys tomorrow.